Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ree. I am a mindfulness and meditation coach, a law of attraction coach, a yoga instructor, and a Reiki master. And I am obsessed with energy work. I host monthly meditation retreats online for 4 straight days of super intense work to help you to live your best life as your highest self. And I have tons of guided meditation downloads for sale on my website. So go check that out. Link in the description below. The spiritual awakening process can be very taxing on your body. The energy that's starting to run through your body when you're going through this awakening can be super intense, and tons of stuff is getting cleansed and purged out of your energy field. And because of this, a lot can happen. You can feel really tired, you can feel depleted, you could be overly sensitive. There are tons of symptoms that comes with this. I made a whole video about it a while back, but you need to take care of yourself. It's essential. And there are several things that you can do to alleviate the symptoms that come with a spiritual awakening. The very first thing that I've found helpful in my own journey is definitely to get enough sleep. Sometimes you will find that you actually have a ton of energy and you don't need as much sleep as before, but for most people, you'll actually find that you're exhausted and you need a lot more sleep. If you think about all the energy that's running through your body, all of this stuff that's getting cleansed and processed, your body's going through a lot and rest is needed. So if it seems like suddenly you need 10 hours of sleep a day or maybe even more, that's fine. Go with what your body tells you you need. So first and foremost, get more sleep, more rest. Of course, drink more water. This is good advice pretty much no matter what is going on in your life. General self-care practice, drink more water. But it's also essential during a spiritual awakening because our bodies need water. They're made of water, so make sure you're drinking enough. Start a yoga practice or get more into your yoga practice. Yoga was designed to help meditators, to help people who are deeply, deeply spiritual and who wanted to unite with the divine. It was designed to help them to raise that spiritual energy upwards, and also designed to help them with all the processes that take place in the body as this rising energy starts to move upwards. So it was really designed for exactly this purpose. We have lots of commercials and these weird ideas of pretty yoga pants and really cool yoga mats, but that is not at all what yoga is about. Yoga was really designed to help us through the spiritual process and to help us to ascend. So if you haven't already, start a yoga practice. It's such a good way of spiritual self-care. And as if you didn't know this one, mindfulness meditation or just meditation in general is a great practice to continue as you're on this spiritual awakening path. Strangely enough, especially if you've gone through a huge ascension period, you may feel like you want to avoid meditation. Sometimes this can happen because you are actually so energetically charged that you need to slow down, and your body knows this. So listen to that. If it feels like you need to avoid meditating, definitely honor your body before what I tell you or before what anyone tells you, really. But most of the time, meditation is a good idea to continue during the spiritual awakening process. And what you can do if you don't feel like you want to be meditating on the chakras, you can just do some gentle mindfulness meditation. Loving kindness meditation is also a great practice to do. I personally love to do just a 5-minute loving kindness meditation every morning. It's a great way to wake up and can really help you to keep your vibration high and your mood stable as you're going through this process. I love this one. This is one of my personal favorites. Get outside. Even if you do a walking meditation, which is 2 thumbs up, walking meditations on sale on my website right now. Go check it out. They're amazing. They really help you to embody the higher self, to embody this rising energy. But also, nature itself is grounding and helps us to return to our center. It just calms our whole nervous system and can really help to stabilize that energy that's going crazy in your body right now. I love this one to connect with a community that understands you. Of course, you always have the option to join our wonderful spiritual awakening community, but there are many, many out there, and it is essential to either be a part of a community or at least have a couple of spiritual friends who get you, who understand what you're going through, who you can talk to, who you can vent to, who you can ask advice from, or just to talk and just connect with. This is something that I really don't think that anybody should do alone. We should not be going through this awakening process alone. So check out our community. That would be awesome. I would love to see you there. We meet weekly for just support for each other, but also we do different meditations, different healing circles. We do awesome stuff, so check that out. But make a friend today. Don't let yourself even go one more day without having someone who gets it. I love this one too. Spend time alone. I feel that spending time alone is essential. All of these tips, really, all of these self-care tips are essential for kind of getting yourself centered and keeping yourself healthy during this process. But spending time alone is something that you will feel you naturally want to do more and more of as you ascend higher on this journey. It just feels like that's the thing that you need to do. And part of that is because you want to connect with yourself, with the divine. And another part of that is because you are probably super sensitive right now. When other people are around you, you can feel their energy and you can pick up on their moods. You can even sometimes kind of tap into their thoughts, even if you're not aware of it. And it's so draining to constantly be reaching out to that other person with your own energy. So either spend time alone as much as you possibly can, or if you can't for whatever reason, protect your own energy by bringing your energy back to yourself. Instead of reaching out with your energy, which is kind of naturally what tends to happen if you don't guard against this, bring your energy back into your body. Be very aware of your own energy and don't protect it with some bubble that's not going to help you, that's only going to isolate you from other people. Instead, just draw it back to you. Draw it back within your own energy field. And of course, we're going to talk about grounding. I said we were going to talk about grounding, so here we are. Grounding is essentially getting rid of other people's energy, of energy that you're not using anymore. It's just getting rid of all the blocks, all the crap and obstacles that we can gather in our energy field, in our chakras. We just want to spend like 5 minutes every night or even 2 or 3 times a day. Just spend a few minutes just breathing out that energy, letting it come down your body and move into the earth where it can be transmuted into something neutral that can be used for something higher. Otherwise, you collect this sort of unusable, unfriendly stuff in your body, and then it can become disease. It can become bad moods. It can become circumstances in your life that you aren't happy with. It can just block up your energy field, and that can wreak havoc on your life and in your body. So every night before you go to bed, a great practice to do is just to take a few deep breaths. And as you draw your breath in, as you inhale, bring your energy back to you from wherever you've scattered it. In the future, in the past, just draw it all back to you. And then as you exhale, let it drop into the earth. Everything that you no longer need, that no longer serves you, just drop that energy down into the earth. And this should only take like 5 minutes. There are other ways to ground too. You can get outside with bare feet. You can go swimming in the ocean. That's a great way to ground. There are grounding meditations. There are a ton of ways. I just find that this breathing technique, drawing your energy back, dropping it down, is so quick, so effective. I don't need anything else. So try it. Try it every night. It will surprise you how much more energy you have and how much easier you find it to be around other people, because you don't have to worry about containing their energy within your energy body. You can release it. A great practice that I started in 2021 is to unplug from technology and to go on an information fast. People who are highly empathic, people who are sensitive, and people who are going through the spiritual awakening can attest that they are just bombarded with information of all kinds. Emotional information, mental information, psychic information, energetic information coming at them from every angle. And when you are tapped in to technology and you're looking at a screen all the time, that's only going to exacerbate the amount of energy that's coming into you, and it can be overwhelming. So taking a break from all media, taking a break from screens in general, and taking a break from reading or from listening to audiobooks or YouTube, from gathering any information can be so helpful to keep your energy levels up and to just allow what you already have learned and all of those downloads that you're getting from the universe. You can allow those to be processed in your body and in your mind much more easily if you don't also add to it, 3 books that you're reading and information on YouTube and all that stuff. Like, that's a lot of stuff to be processed. And when you're going through a spiritual awakening, there's already a ton of information that's being delivered to you from the divine, literally through your crown chakra and just entering into your body. It's already enough. Let that be enough for you. You don't need to add anything more to it. So go on that information/media cleanse. Another wonderful practice that I find helpful, even if I'm not in a spiritual awakening period, because I do have to say, there are periods of time where my mundane life is kind of coasting along and I'm feeling pretty steady, and then all of a sudden I spiral up and I start experiencing lots of downloads and lots of ascension and lots of energy moving through my body. And you'll probably find that too, that you don't just go through one spiritual awakening, you go through many spiritual awakenings. And I find actually that when I do our monthly retreats, I'm teaching and I'm hosting them, but I also am getting a lot of energetic downloads and a lot of spiritual stuff moving through me. So right after those times, I'm like ascending like crazy. And so are the people in the meditation retreats. So I always have them cut cords and practice forgiveness, because if you are experiencing a spiritual awakening and you are having those ascension symptoms, the energy can't be allowed to move through your body as well if you have 1,000 cords connected to all these different people and situations. So if you need a cord cutting meditation, I actually have one on my YouTube channel, link in the description below, and it will help you. It will help you to cut cords from the people in your life who hold you back and different situations that are keeping you stuck. So definitely make that a regular practice as well. Just like brushing your teeth. All of these different practices that you can do can be nightly or regularly. So that's it, guys. Those are the spiritual self-care practices that you can do during your spiritual awakening. If you'd have any questions or anything that you'd like to share with me, my email is rhi1122@icloud.com. Definitely check out my website. There are tons of blog posts and information and guided meditations and all that stuff. So I'll see you next time.